how few nades FlipSid had, but they kept everyone alive for the most part. Bonnie got a kill. I think maybe he could have played a little bit more passively at that kill, and then they could have had a better chance to win in that situation, because they did end up relying on Markelov quite a bit. But either way, it was a pretty formidable retake, along with hold, and obviously HellRaisers made the better of the round, winning that 1v1. So.
Yep, so Kucher and Angel, the two, really the only two remaining members of the team, right? Of the previous rendition of HellRaisers.
Yeah, is this a new ship?
Yeah, will be the recon players here with the MAC-10s, trying to find out where the troublesome pistol armor players are, of which there are actually only two. Davkos with the CZ armor and Bondic with the 5.7 armor. World Edit bought nothing, as they want to bring that up as soon as possible on the CT side, and Markelov went for a smoke that he had earlier on and the deagle that he has now. World Edit's taken down. Bondic from behind quad does find one. Davkos got one as well, but the MAC-10s move in and they clean house. Does end up, though, on a 2-on-2. Davkos gets another. He will fall. Kucher with the kill there, and it's Blade on the P250. The bomb has not yet been picked up, and it is now going to be planted. Blade moving in to man to his left in the forklift. That's going to be Oscar. Oscar had a nice toucan the pistol, and we'll close this round out here with an AK headshot.
Good damage done. They didn't actually invest too much in that round. Like, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
one,
they almost
AK lost.
Yeah, and I think they actually might have wanted to, considering how close they did come. Though a lot of headshots were hit by HellRaisers, so it might not have made a difference. That being said, FlipSid will be, I think, pretty happy with the results there. Dav, I think, after he got a kill, assumed no one else was on the site yet and tried to peek with a CZ to get a better position. But there was someone at quad already. If he had known that, it might have been a different round.
Yeah, well, they did pretty well. We can look at the money real quick. Markelov at 2.6, World Edit at 2.8, since they didn't invest in that previous round. And look at that, Bondic opens up the door and just catches Styko. Styko must have had a nade out or something.
Yeah.
And Oscar with a nade kill to Markelov, another one through the smoke. Now trying to find Davkos lining up at that car, and it's actually Simple up top, who can see over the smoke, who will take him down. But man, Oscar, the man knows his angles.
Yeah, that was very close. Always good. I mean, the thing is that, like, whether the smoke's there or not, when you go to clear a truck, you actually have a really good idea of how to clear that truck. Almost, I think, within like a 5% margin of error. And so the smoke being there, the only thing that it does is really block out a lot of the points of reference that might help you out. But I think if you're just confident, you know that you actually clear that angle a million times. It doesn't matter what you see in terms of the truck itself, but the angles before it as you come out to peak.
Be the bullet.
Yeah, something like that.
Know the angle.
Like Jordan, taking all those free throws.
It's not the
blindfolded.
It's really not the smoke that blocks your vision. It's you.
It's your confidence.
Yeah, it's your confidence. That's what it's all about. Guys, I'm not a cheater. I'm just really confident, and I have a good headset and a nice chair, right? That'll be the new thing. World Edit in the Z connector with the M4A4. Oh, does spot Angel as Angel slides over to the vents, and I don't think Angel's the wiser to this, but it doesn't matter. Davkos going over to the vents to look at the exit. He actually gets caught down, so it's Angel who finds the opener on the round. And now Simple gonna be a bit of a nuisance. He's gonna work up and kind of lurk at the hut. Angel just continuing to open up that B site, as we stay on board with Simple as he wants to catch off Blade. Psycho actually takes down World Edit. Simple will not get a kill, so not rewarded for that lurk, but even still, he's a nuisance, and it's already 4-on-2. There's no chance in this round for FlipSid Tactics. Angel finds another, make it a big triple kill for him, and possibly can finish off Blade here. Nope. Blade will best him, down to 12 HP right now, and he'll try to run, but might be getting shot in the back here or the side. And yeah, it's Styko.
Quick 4-0 lead. Having mid control was huge for them. FlipSid, I guess, didn't expect that quite fully, and they were able to, because they took it, have so much map control that apart from pick swing their way, they had so much positional advantages that in the spots that FlipSid had remaining, they had to watch more than one angle, and that's what really puts you off your mark. And even if you are looking at the right angle, you're not being confident, knowing that someone could come up behind you can really ruin your shot actually winning that trade.
And I'd like to point out to you, Launders, look at Oscar with the op.
Obscure.
Obscure. Maybe it is a case of he's the T-side opper. Simple will take it back for CT, but who knows? Time will tell. We'll have to keep our eye on that or look for an actual news post Or, you know, maybe someone that was watching Bond stream last night can let us know if anyone happens to have that inside information. So Simple found a nade kill, got another one after the fact. FlipSid able to do a little bit of damage. They've brought down Simple. They've killed Angel, but doesn't really matter. T-Side could easily sustain 2 losses on a round like this, even though it was a full eco from FlipSid. FlipSid are really looking to maybe come out of this round with a gun saved. The 2 kills don't matter all that much.
I mean, were they though? Because World Edit just jumped out of that vent. YOLO, bro. I was thinking that too. Like, that would have been a good opportunity to save. But either way, they're going to be full buying. I think that was the thought. Let's try to win this round. Maybe make it slightly expensive. Not sure if it was worth it or not, but we'll see. They win this round, it won't matter.
Yeah, so here it goes. Oscar with the op. World Edit with his. Let's see what World Edit can do. Oscar takes his over to a main, and he's looking, and he'll see that smoke bloom. Will anyone push it? And actually, it's World Edit playing A. So he didn't go for the aggressive peek, and we might actually have this battle take place. Bondic under the boost out here in middle, so the CTs having mid control right now. Davkos is actually a B, so it's just Blade and Bondic, and Bondic's worked himself up under the boost. World Edit again at A, and looks like Steinko going to start to clear out the forklift. Drops the Molotov. You can see Blade, those funky ladder animations as he climbs up to the catwalk. And it's still a 5-on-5, 45 seconds off the clock right now. Blade flashing, and World Edit hits that shot onto Angel, so bringing him down. Angel's been, you know, quite the round opener for HellRaisers so far. And to have him stopped is going to be a good sign for FlipSid, who are still looking for their first round. And a nice flash from Psycho, but it does not blind World Edit. World Edit from the fence, still hitting those shots. Kucher takes down Bondic. And you got a man sliding over the middle. That was actually Kucher. They got the kill there. Markelov comes to the Z connector and will bring him down. So a 4-on-2, and it looks like finally FlipSid have done it. They've held on to a round.
Yeah, it seems like it. Barring a crazy amount of frags here. Simple would do it though. Gets one. I think they are still going for this. So we have one in A main. World Edit might need to hit one more shot just to close it out, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, there it is.
There it is. From behind the quad. And we'll go over to Oscar. Oscar takes down World Edit, brings down Markelov, but is out of time. And at this point, with his 2K, should just take that and hide. We'll grab the op back for himself as he switched out to the AK a little bit to get it done there in that clutch situation.
I would go on a limb and say if the World Edit doesn't get that one kill, and
they might have lost.
Yeah, the bomb goes down 2v2. The off is that quad, that's huge. So that would have been much more difficult to win. FlipSid actually kind of poor here, coming off a 1v1. Not the situation they wanted when they won that round. So it did get very expensive towards the end. That's going to favor HellRaisers quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, like HellRaisers lose that round, but those 2 kills that Oscar got at the end just tax FlipSid so much. This round is not a good one, and well, they've already given up that first man. Simple finds it and gets away without a scratch. And that's got to hurt, so that's Davkos down. Oscar's up on the boost, trying to find somebody in middle, so absolutely no mid control right now for FlipSid. They've completely given it up and are just playing 2-2 in both A and B.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in. You're just kind of putting your eggs in a random basket. Like you don't have the information to make a proper call, and that's why HellRaisers wanted mid. Unfortunately, FlipSid, they want this round, but we'll have to rely pretty much solely on side holds.
All right, Molotov to clear checker. That might be heard. Oh, there's Molotovs going out and flashes. Tycho. Okay, so the B business was a bit of a fake, and Markelov will shut it down as he gets the kill onto Kucher. So just like that, 4-on-4, and generally going to favor the terrace, but time getting low. Styko now hitting his shots. Angel worked his way up highway, but Blade able to take him down over the edge of the white truck. Actually, 2 people there. Some nades going in. Doesn't do much at all. And they're going to go for the boost, and Simple's about to eat this grenade. Doesn't even flinch. He wants that player to walk up to the catwalk, and they do. Simple hits his shot. Oscar hits his onto World Edit, and now it's Blade left in a 1 versus 3. We'll find Styko. Going back behind cover now, wants to fight the player in A main, lands that shot, pulls out the USP. That's going to be tough. Simple is somewhat low. Oh! Connects, about 20 damage with that shot, but Blade will have to run away.
I think that was a headshot, no?
Yeah, it might have been.
350 damage.
Like through the corner there?
Yeah. But yeah, no kit to win it, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, this is HellRaisers at this point going to be running away with the first half. I mean, this is a 3-for-1. They won that round. They're going to have 2 more off the back of the double save. Blade has a FAMAS, not the best gun in the world to have. They could just force up and double save. I don't think they're going to want to buy next round anyway, so...
Yeah. So you're saying they should have forced up behind this FAMAS and then just hit a double eco?
I mean, it's an option. I don't think you have to, especially, yeah. I don't know. They want extra money for the nades and stuff, so...
Yeah, just a bigger rifle round.
Save. Yeah.
And, well, the FAMAS, the armor, it was on Blade. It's down. Styko lining him up, dropping him down. Actually, Styko didn't have to do anything. They lined themselves up to push Styko from the looks of it. That was a B main push that Styko just shuts down there. So just Bondic and World Edit now trying to, if they can, catch someone in a crossfire, steal a gun. But even that's looking unlikely at this point.
I think FlipSid need to play like a little bit more aggressive towards mid to find trades, but if they're going to have a lot of nades, I'm not sure if that's also going to be that good of an idea, though it'll be easy to, you know, toss out a lot of flashes. Molly boost, you know, smoke mid, maybe think about a counter boost, get vents control, rotate one out of B, and then just play with mid control. Even just leave one there late round, and don't take HellRaisers take mid late round. But that'll be for next round.
Yeah, back when they got those.
And then
rifles.
maybe have like an op in B, 1 vents, 1 mid, 2 A. Like World Edit at A with someone else that's overpowered, and then an op at B. Or
yeah,
maybe
I mean,
World Edit goes B.
Could maybe even double op setup, right? If you're gonna have enough after
yeah.
a double eco, and that could be the adjustment that maybe they need. Kucher taking down Markelov and Oscar, bringing down World Edit. Not really too surprising that it's HellRaisers finding the kills once again. And I kind of liked a little bit what we saw in that last round. Simple was behind the little hut on Highway, and I don't know, you think maybe a Simple of old would have just peeked out and tried to find those frags, but he does a quick peek, shoots, realizes he's got a teammate, and Simple just honestly sits still and waits for those people to try to peek him while his teammate is the one that gets the kills because, you know, I like the chemistry that we saw there.
And here's the one op. Alright, so let's see how they do this. I mean, World Edit plays A, so maybe they don't switch a site, I'm not sure. Well, it looks like he's actually going towards mid. Interesting.
Right, here comes the crisscross.
It's going to be a mid take, and he's going to be the only one here, and they're not counter boosting vents. So they're putting a lot of stock in World Edit. Actually, they aren't. Oh, no, they're actually a lot of players towards B, so this makes sense.
Yeah, it seems like those cross smokes were a bit of a fake, and there was a gap though, so World Edit able to look through and realize that no one had even got out, no one had crossed to vents, and then Styko goes down to Markelov, who gets aggressive from the checker room, looking into the B main area. So that gives FlipSid an advantage, and you know they're desperately at this point, looking for that second round, because they need to close this distance. You know, Cache is not a one-sided map.
Checker control is essentially HellRaisers because B main smoked off and they don't know if someone's in there. It's also really risky to go back into checker after you lose it, so they might not push it. I'm not sure if they want to for information. They have a flash to do it, so they could, I suppose. But instead we'll play 2 site, and yeah, checker control now actually being taken.
Alright, so apparently it's Styko, by the way, not Styko.
Oh, okay.
So our apologies there. Like we got so many languages and cultures and handles to deal with that we kind of just stick with our defaults for certain pronunciation. So glad to know that it's Styko because the man is pretty solid. Molotov going behind the wooden boxes. HellRaisers still trying to fight their way into this B site, and there's Davkos at the first box. Markelov striking from behind the default plant. And yeah, that crossfire was just a little bit too strong for HellRaisers to handle. And FlipSid find that second round.
A really nice round from FlipSid. The setup was beautiful. Like 3 towards B. They anticipated the pressure from HellRaisers. I guess they thought mid would be from HellRaisers' perspective. It's throwing those crisscross smokes in mid would feed into FlipSid's fear, and maybe the setup that it was going to be kind of mid control for the CTs. Turns out everyone was actually towards B, and HellRaisers got out red in that situation. So that was really nice from them. I mean. I thought it would be tough for World Edit, but also, yeah, having that information on the crack in the smoke means they knew no one was escorted out or by vents.
Yeah. Yeah, that was big. Those crisscross smokes were thrown really, really quickly, though, because they wanted to try to sell that fake, so they were just a little bit off. But once again, we got the situation where FlipSid has won the round, but now coming into the next round, like, they're still worse off, and that is just the nature of the CT side when you're losing so many rounds in a row. And when you win them, I mean, what, they had one person survive in round 6 when they won, so that was much worse. They only had 3 people survive there in round 10. That's like the bare minimum to gain some money when winning rounds. So Just Blade with a kit. He's got minimal nades, might have used a few already. I think most of the smokes have already been used up here, but some incendiaries and 2 counter flashes will remain. As Kucher might be looking for that mid control. Bondic, of course, close to Kucher's right. He sees that Molotov going to the vents. He's got to know something is up, and Simple will drop down. Kucher trying to get out and find that trade to avenge the fallen Simple, but it cannot be done. Bondic finds 2 very important kills. World Edit hits his op shot from the quad. Angel, though, will take him down, and Stiko cannot continue to push through as that Molotov comes in. 3 players like that on the X-ray coming up highway. Angel will go out for the op. He's going to wait for the man to push up the truck side. No, peeks out a little bit wider. Sees the player very far down behind that coil. Right back to the AK now. He will move. And I like this play. Making him think he's got the op switch right back to the AK, then push aggressively. And that was, I mean, that was actually pretty winnable. Look how low those 3 players were.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, Angel didn't know that he could plant, but he could have, and he think he needed to, because as that round progressed and they pushed up highway pretty aggressively and they didn't find frags, they got way too close for the bomb to go down without anyone just like rushing Angel, knowing that there was no one around to be able to save him as he put the bomb down with like 10 seconds left. So that round became it was winnable like after the fact. Angel had that spray down, but that would have been really tight.
Yeah, it certainly would have. Makes it it'd be pretty hard to get a spray down, though, on the cache site, because, you know, some people might go around the box on either side, one might go above, so not like they're going to all push and line up. Yeah, Bondic's getting abused because he abused them last round, right? He's just getting a taste of his own medicine right there. So Angel will find an opening pick out in middle.
That's a good point. Like, he played the same spot 2 rounds in a row.
Whoa, that was a terrorist flash. That was supposed to pop them up highway, instead popped them in the face. So slowing him down a little bit, but of course, mid control very clearly that of the terrorists. They're all in middle, all 5 of them. Oscar still on the boost, Simple towards vents, and Angel leading the pack up highway here, up the Fury Road. Blade brings down Angel, Kucher with the trade there, and just like that, it's a 4-on-2. And there's your lurk.
Out mid. No way. Oh, Dav actually has to drop on Simple, though.
When the lurker gets lurked. I mean, that seems to have been Simple's role in a lot of these T rounds that we have seen him in. You think that's a good fit for him?
Why. I think so. I mean, just strong individually. Like who would you want in a 1v1 of anyone? I think, like...
Simple or Oscar?
Simple or Oscar, yeah. And if Oscar's just more of a team player, just like, you know.
Alright, so some guns are saved, and this will actually allow FlipSid to have a pretty decent rifle round coming into this. Actually, maybe better than they've had, like, the whole game.
Are we talking about HR right now, or FlipSid?
FlipSid. Sorry if I misspoke.
Oh.
Because they saved 2 guns and they were able to drop, so everyone more or less getting nades, most with head armor, and there's a kit for both sites, so that ain't too shabby. Blade, though, with the P250 is a bit rough, so I guess I have to take it all back.
Yeah, all because of the P250. It's not bad, but yeah, it's not great. The 3 towards B, though, can be very fruitful, and HellRaisers falling into this trap once again. FlipSid do have a good read on them, except for the fact that most of the rounds where HellRaisers have gone mid, they've won, and there hasn't been a great setup at mid to deal with them. But playing more than 2 mid can be considered excessive. Shutting down that B, though, hard. Their A splits have been really good, though. That is HellRaisers.
Yeah, the B takes have not gone so well for HellRaisers. FlipSid have been pretty good at shutting it down.
Right below Simple.
And once again, it's Markelov over there that gets those 2 kills. Bondic at the sandbags. Oscar doesn't expect it. Nade goes out to the Z connector. Simple will peek right after the toss, and he finds Bondic. Stiko over out of the squeaky door finds World Edit. And suddenly it's gotten quite close, 2-on-3, but there's Markelov now over in the A site. Has taken down Stiko, and now Simple moving in, peeks his head over the box real quick. Markelov making the smart play to just move back. And, well, Molotov, bit of a dud, but wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Nice play, nice positioning from Markelov there to get those 4 kills. Leading now with that 4K. Was just at Bonic, had just the same amount of kills as Bonic did last round. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good things to say about FlipSid right now, but HellRaisers still have a dominant lead, and that is kind of interesting in itself. That being said, a lot of the rounds that HellRaisers won, there really wasn't a lot of chance for FlipSid to come back from it, and it seems like the frags a lot of times are going the way of HellRaisers, so all that considered, it is kind of been a quiet 9 rounds for me. I think it's just been as simple as HellRaisers take mid and then win.
Yeah, I'm trying to scan back and look for the more dominant performances, but most of the dominant ones are just coming on the back of the fact that FlipSid was on a full eco or something, you know? Most of the time it was just 1 or 2 people alive for HellRaisers when they win those rounds. But they were able to keep 5 up against some of the force buys and the full eco, so that was good. And here we go. I mean, FlipSid, if they can make this a 9-6, I think they'd be very, very happy with themselves going over to the T side. I would suppose the slightly less favorite side here on Cash, but I don't know. It's a map with a lot of symmetry, I think. So let's see what World Edit can do. He's missed those initial shots. He heard 2 ring out, nothing connected, but there's the first. It'll land onto Angel. Second onto Stiko, so he's down for the count. Kucher finally going to take World Edit out of the round. Now Oscar evening it up, 3-on-3, brings down Bondic out in mid. Simple to find Blade, and Kucher planting the bomb here in default. Moves back into that quad position. You got a man at Fork, and that's Simple peeking at Fork. I think that's a good way to lose at 3-on-2, but Simple hits his shot, so it will not matter.
Yeah, that was rough from World Edit, though, I think. Like, he got the 2 kills, and then, like, I know he was regretting it because then he had such control of the site and then went for the 3rd repeak and then got killed. Like, he missed 2 shots, fully made up for it by getting 2 kills, falling back to a good position, and then repeaking on the 3rd. If he didn't do that, that would have been way better for his team. Kutcher came around that corner, pre-fired that spot, and or not pre-fired it, but just expected a peek from World Edit and got it. So I mean, HellRaisers right now are going to capitalize hard. They've got, I think, stronger aim at this moment, and FlipSid can win 1 more round and still look forward to T side, I think, but have to consider if they're going to play carefully, then they need to play, you know, or not play 1 foot in and out of the door.
All right, Molotov to fence. Sponic's actually going to push forward. Is it going to be rude and slam the door in Seiko's face? No, he'll let the pop flash come in, and maybe seeing hand over face takes some extra moments to hit that shot, but Seiko's starting to be able to see, takes him down. Blade, though, moves in real quick with the trade. So MP7, some pistols, and armor. That's all FlipSid has to work with in this 4-on-4. Gosh, HellRaisers, it was so close to going to a 6-9, and now it might just be HellRaisers with a 11 to FlipSid's 4. And Blade with 1 more, unless, I mean, this MP7 keeps getting kills, but no, Angel puts in the work, and it takes him on a forklift. Now World Edit, another nice flash that allows World Edit to go ahead and move in with that 5-7. Markelov also trying to slide into the site. Now it's Davkost's turn in a 1-on-2, but Oscar's there with the op shot, and there it is, 11-4.
Yeah, kill distribution favor HellRaisers, round differential favor HellRaisers. That round was crucially important, like 4-11, much different than 10-5. So much pressure on the pistol now, and overall HellRaisers cleaning up. And even in the 2v2 is just like full control, so earned themselves a lot of eco rounds, played very well. I think for the most part had the correct setups. The few rounds that FlipSid did win were very nice, but there was just like the breadth of them was 3 or 4 rounds in total, so.
Yeah, although all rifles, right? So I guess they maybe have that going for them. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to make the comeback. It'll definitely hinge a lot on the pistol here for FlipSid on their T side, see what they can't get done. Although we had a T-sided train already today, right? So who's to say that maybe Cash isn't just
and what better team, right?
ultra T-sided today. Yeah, exactly. So waiting on 1 more to ready up. It is Blade that we're waiting on, maybe getting in some extra time here in the halftime as he has the IGL to talk to his team and maybe say what needs to be done here on this very important pistol round. as we will flip it around into the second half.
I see what you did there,
Hey!
Helium.
I'm raising the bar.
Okay. From where?
I just wanted to, like, HellRaisers,
From hell.
from hell, I see. Exactly. I'm really funny. 11 to 4.
We're definitely just looking at the buys right now. So common to play retake on A. They've got the nades to do it.
No
There's no
kits,
Molotov.
though.
No kits. No kits.
Retaking A is going to be quick, but as we can see, they're not actually
Nice
even
or not,
posting up
yeah.
for that. They've got 3 people. They're going for some hit squad aggression, and they're actually just going to push Angel all the way. He's about to come out the other side. He might be in behind the player. I don't know if anyone's up there, but they aren't now. They might have dropped and pushed through. They're going over to B, and that's going to be Stiko holding on. Oh, Molotov coming over, almost hitting him in the face, and Stiko with no armor. It's going to be hard for him to win these battles. Peeks out with some one-taps, and I guess someone loaded some blanks into Stiko's P2K at the start of this round. Oh, 2-on-2. 2-on-1 now as Oscar takes out World Edit, so it all falls to Bondic. And Angel with a quick little peek onto the site takes out Bondic as he was trying to assess the situation and figure out if he couldn't find a frag and get it to the bomb. And no was the resounding answer.
Yeah. From the perspective of analysis, HellRaisers earn themselves that round by getting that push through A main. It's a risky push, but it was a good read. And Angel on the fast flank meant that everyone could just rotate over. I mean, like just a pure mid control setup doesn't really happen too often on the pistol round. You can't hold it for long. You don't have nades to constantly re-smoke out Z if you want to go up A. So to read that as a B split, I think was very easy for HellRaisers once they had that A push down. And that's why it's so common to push sites on cache on the CT side on the pistol. Because one, the push could be successful, but two, the info is so valuable because no one really hangs out at mid forever on pistol rounds.
No loitering in middle.
Yeah, not that they care.
Yeah. So, pretty scary buy. HellRaisers covering other bases, right? They got those powerful P90s that if they survive, you can't take them into the rifle round without feeling too ashamed of yourself. The
Yeah,
MP7
they're like
for the
the,
extra money and 2 rifles.
Yeah, they're like the rooks, I guess. The P90s on each side.
Dude, yeah, that was next level. You know what would be so sick is actually a chessboard of like CS pieces. That would be tight. What would the pawn? Oh, Glocks and P2Ks.
Glocks.
Oh my gosh. All right, I know what I'm doing after this. This is actually getting pretty dicey. The rooks are down, and that's not good. You lose rook control, it's hard to close out a game.
Oh my god.
So man behind fork. They got some armor on a few players. Here's Angel. I mean, it's still a pretty winnable 2v4. Just because Bondic's the only one with armor. Stiko hitting another nice shot. He knows that Markelov is indoors, so it's going to come down to 2 1v1s on either side of the site. Angel with his, Stiko with his. He'll find the player. Yep, Bondic wins his 1v1, though, in the quad. Will tap the bomb, and are there no kits here? Stiko pushing around with a P2K, just pre-firing, trying to get that gun and run to the hills. And it looks like Stiko, I think you take like 30 damage from here. Or 7. Okay.
Helium, have my butt, baby.
Yeah, I saw
Rainbow.
that. I saw that. I'm a little concerned. I was going to let it slide.
Slide like a rainbow.
What?
I don't know.
Is that what rainbows are known for? 12 to 5. So somehow FlipSid pulling that round out. That's got to feel really, really good. That was a heavy investment, right? Because if you think about it, 2 P90s, those are more expensive than the one FAMAS that was there. So they're pretty broke. Just having that one M4A4 from save from Stiko.
Oh. That's how to make, like, you know, go from a high to a low really quickly. Start off the next round 4v5. I don't know if you learned that it's going to be a force buy. And it was a 1v1, so there is more, like, if HellRaisers win this, it's like game over, pretty much, for FlipSid, because they're going to be so broke. So broke. Like, ultimate double save situation, $100 with 2 players.
I mean, maybe they can try to find a kill or two. It's an extra stimulus package of $300. But even that's not going to be too worthwhile. As Markelov will bring down Oscar. So it's even up to a 4-on-4. Bondic had fallen earlier in the round. Blade working his way out. These they got to work on the timing on these team pop flashes, because I've seen both from both teams' terrorist sides. These pop flashes have just been blinding their own team.
I mean, as long as it blinds someone, right?
Yeah, right?
Better than nothing, right?
I suppose.
Here's FlipSid just taking mid-control, 30 seconds, as they love to do. This may or may not favor HellRaisers, because at the moment they're split up, but if they decide to execute, HellRaisers won't have stacked yet, and now it looks like they will be. Oh, the bomb gets dropped. Will the second player go down? No, Blade does find the kill. But
Yeah.
2 players over to B. Site control, 10 seconds left, and that's it. That's it.
Wow, back-to-back Force Spy victories. One from FlipSid, now one from HellRaisers.
That is it. You know, B can be kind of a blender, but they had mid control, they had checker control, they had a split. All they had to do was trade better, and they couldn't do it. I mean, there was really no excuse for FlipSid in that situation. They didn't like necessarily cause a huge rotate, which is really hard to do on. Well, not really hard to do on versus a save, but really hard to do considering their numbers. And now they just have no money, so obviously are going to be buying, because otherwise they're just match point for free, and who wants that?
Yeah, exactly. So their hand forced a little bit just because HellRaisers is getting pretty close to the end of the road here on cash. Angel is going to bring down Davcost. And actually, let's take a look at the scores overall. We got a pretty tight grouping for the kills. Oh, nice shot from World Edit. Good 1D gun to Oscar. But 18 for Simple, and the lowest is 13 for Oscar. So only 5 kills in between. And more or less the same story over on FlipSid. Marklov at 14, but unfortunately for Davcost, he's kind of hanging down there at only 5 kills. And that has been something to note. Davcost's recent performances in terms of the raw numbers have not been that impressive.
Styko. Oh, running it back to A.
Stiko.
Stiko, sorry. My apologies. But, oh, okay. They just, FlipSid just feel like they have so much time around all the time.
Yep.
And,
We've
yeah,
seen them run out quite often as well. They'll go
it would have actually been a rough site to hit there because of the rotates.
Some very late mid control. See what they can't do.
This is, Kutcher's going to get spotted. Oh, Kutcher gets info. Kutcher got so much info. Oh, but Simple goes down anyway.
Yeah, Simple got some info too, but it was in the form of a bullet from World Edit's op, and Kutcher must have been spotted because World Edit hitting another great shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Don't forget to plant. There you go. It goes down with 7 remaining, and World Edit's actually got a 4K. He's on for the ace here if he can just find Stiko hiding out in the Z connector.
An eco ace as well. Or a force ace.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, they're forced up, but I don't think Stiko is going to really want to show himself since he has picked up that AK, has a flash, has a kit, and of course, the full Kevlar armor. Takes out Markelov. His location is known, but the terrorists are pretty far on the other side of A. World Edit, he's hungry. He wants it.
Yeah, you see that?
He's like, I'm going for it. The rest of his team is like, no, World Edit, no. It's going to blow. Get out of there. Oh. Good old radio commands.
Yeah, a great round from World Edit. Took it in his own hands there. Started out with the 1D, picked up the op, 3 more kills. I mean, he killed the lurker outside B. None of those kills were easy. They were just really good. And, yeah, that was a well-played round from FlipSid. Earned back their economy. Molotovs for all. And HellRaisers on another force-up, actually. Wasn't really a close round, but they just have such a lead that's when it becomes another option.
Yeah, I mean, it's still high risk. Actually, it's not. It's high risk in the sense that if they lose, they'll have to save, but the risk kind of goes away when you do have a lead of 13-6.
Yeah.
That being said, you don't want to get FlipSid too comfortable on the T side. We've seen some comebacks made today. But World Edit's hitting these shots, and it doesn't look like HellRaisers' force is going to work out. Also, it would have put FlipSid somewhat poor, but, you know, at that point, HellRaiser would go to 14, and FlipSid would still have enough money to have a pretty decent force buy. But it looks like that situation is dodged because FlipSid in a commanding 5 versus 3 position right now. And Angel pop flashes his way in. Doesn't even have to really go all the way in. Just finds Markelov super blind up on the lockers.
That would have been another good flash, but it just landed in front of Angel. That would have been a great pop flash for him. Oh. Blind his whole life.
Was born blind. Into this round. Oh, Oscar! That shot was way off.
If Oscar hits that.
Hits that one, though. Finds World Edit peeking out the other side. Will be caught from Davcost as he comes through the smaller checker exit. I guess the checker exit. And Simple up on the upper catwalk in B. There's a man under him at the blue tarp. Bondic finds Angel, and Blade will not let Simple drop off. Leaves him hanging.
Team Ace.
Quite literally. Oh, and the Team Ace.
Team Ace.
Metas isn't all about the Team Aces.
I think that's yeah. I mean, I like Team Aces are
They're fun.
they're fun.
Everyone got their hands dirty, right?
That's right.
Don't have any doubt that maybe.
Yeah, if you don't like Team Aces, you're just not a family man. You're not wholesome.
Exactly. You're not wholesome.
That's your issue.
So the full eco. The situation has calmed down a little bit on the force buying front, as HellRaisers will actually need to go in for a save. They've only lost 2 rounds, so they'll be getting $2,900 back from this, which should put them in a position to buy M4 limited nades or FAMAS full nades, something like that. But no one will have enough for an op, or at least an op with armor.
I really would. I actually don't know if like they have a bit of a round lead, and I think that would have been a good reason to just save and win. I don't know, like it's pretty tough to win against HellRaisers on T side. They will exhaust your nades, and if you don't have any nades in the first place or like really good guns, it can get ugly fast. And I wouldn't put past FlipSid to consider how many times they've come back because of their patience, and think, okay, should we just wait to have some nades before we invest in a round so heavily?
Well, we're on Bondic right now. He can get 1 kill here. Can have another team ace on our hands, Launders. It's just Davkos that's got to find this, and Davkos might. Oh no, Davkos gets found. Stiko ruins all the fun, but there's Blade to close out the round.
Back-to-back Team Aces.
Yeah, that would have been sick. And yeah, about mid 4Ks, some of the high 4Ks here for HellRaisers, which will mean M4s and nades. At least a decent amount of nades. Probably the bare
I think
minimum.
this is around. I think this is around where you push aggressive somewhere, get an opening pick as soon as possible. That's the only way to force the hand of FlipSid to the point that like you won't need that many nades because you can expect to execute. Here's FlipSid throwing a B main or throwing Fox smoke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we need to get to the bottom of that. Because it certainly is confusing, that smoke.
And there it is.
Yeah, Simple.
Kutcher pushing information.
I wasn't really expecting them to get too aggressive just because of the way they kind of fanned out. You know, I think if you get aggressive today, you might want to put 3 there initially just in case one of them goes down and it was a rush or something. But they put 2 and eventually worked their way into Squeaky. But I don't know if that really did work out, right? I mean, Kutcher, a flashbang could actually just hit him and he would die. He's left on 1 HP and Simple is dead. They've killed Markelov, and even Oscar's low down at 32 HP. So this is a pretty rough situation. It's also 4 and 4, so that's going to favor FlipSid anyways.
The setup from HellRaisers is expecting an A play, but Kutcher's 1 HP on the site, dedicated, so that's rough. Oh, pressure on Angel. Finds a kill, and oh, gets traded immediately.
And there's World Edit. A little overkill. Hits the man with 1 HP with an
Oh,
op.
Oscar saw him at forklift.
Well, doesn't matter. Oscar will go down, and it's DK left in a 1 versus 3.
That was rough because early in the round, Simple found a really opportune moment to kill someone by a smoke in a main, as it was their own bad smoke, but lost that duel. And that was right after Kutcher got an opening kill as well. So not only were HellRaisers already down to like really low HP because Kutcher was hurt and one other person was hurt, but then Simple died. And so it was like suddenly 4v4, but health advantage to FlipSid, and that almost resets. So it's weird. Like you don't run from that fight if you're Simple, because it's like a good opportunity to get another kill and you're just like not in a terrible position at all. But then you lose that fight and suddenly all your advantages are gone. So it's tough.
Yeah, it's always a scary part of the CT aggression. Like, it has to work and work well, otherwise you're generally put at a disadvantage immediately instead of that advantage that you were hoping to get.
Well, the aggression works, but then when they were falling out of Squeaky, like their own bad A main smoke was the reason that Simple like took a fight. So
So World Edit expecting some eco round shenanigans. He's hanging far back, watching for the counter boost that HellRaisers might want to pull out. And FlipSid, you know, round by round, just slowly closing this gap. They've got 5 of the 7 rounds in the half, and then they've won 4 in a row. So they're certainly doing very, very well. And it got off to a rocky start. You know, Pistol going to HellRaisers. They get forced up on, they lose. Then HellRaisers force up and win. Same thing.
Yeah.
FlipSid wins, and that puts HellRaisers' money in a really rocky spot from the start of the half. And FlipSid have been capitalizing on that. But it's Angel who finds the first kill. Didn't get a rifle in his hands from it, though.
Yeah, I thought the game was over after the HellRaisers counter forced up and won. And then FlipSid just did the same thing again. If HellRaisers just locked that round up, it would have been way more than over. Oh my goodness. What?
I don't know.
Marklov's calling it now, like... Oh my... Okay.
So it does come to a 3-on-3. There it is. That's what they really wanted. Angel finds an AK, throws a flash, and will try... Oh, actually might be still going to play the round. I thought he was retreating off to B, but as you turn and look, that's actually where FlipSid are going. And yeah, it does a bit of damage, but gives away his position, firing that very, very loud AK and Blade, closes it out with 2. 3 overall in the round.
Yeah, now FlipSid are only 3 rounds away, have so much more money. HellRaisers can win here. I think this is critical for them suddenly. And, you know, look back at a couple rounds, like the round after the force-up that HellRaisers weren't able to seal up, and then opting to force buy in a later round when they didn't really need to, just to try to end it early, it seemed. And we'll see if that comes back to bite them, as FlipSid, with all the momentum, are putting HellRaisers in a constant buy-save situation. Obviously, there's a need for nades, and you cannot buy all the nades and guns with just the round... max loss bonus, that is. 3,400.
So 5-on-5, about 30 seconds off the clock right now. You can see this is a very mid-A focus round from both teams, right? It's like the chessboard was set up just on this side of the map. No one really off at B, except for Oscar. But yeah, on the mini-map, it looks like he's at Sandbags, so we'll just roll with it. But yeah, you see that smoke's coming out. This is going to be the first really true smoke execute onto the A site. And is it going to be a real one? It looks like it is. So far, letting the smoke situate. Door will open now for Markov. Pop flashes go out. Bondic going to be the man in front. Kucher in the site, very, very blind and somewhat scared and alone. His support is now coming in from Highway and 1 at the white truck, but Kucher is still good for that 1 kill. That's what he really wanted to find, and he does. There's Stiko getting World Edit. Simple to bring down Davkos with the op. The bomb will be planted. Stiko going up on the E-box, finds 1. Gets caught off from Markov behind Quad, who hits a beautiful shot onto Angel behind that forklift, and now Markov left. He'll have to get a 4K in this 1-on-2. He does it. It's just Oscar with an op working his way in. Markov peeks off to the right, hits the shot, 4K, and FlipSid still making their comeback. And Launders has no words.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying, what a round from Markov. That was amazing. Just amazing peaks. And again, yeah, like came off of that earlier 4K in the first half, and now it's 21 kills with another one. And that was so sick. 1v3. To be honest, like, HellRaisers played that terribly, but Markov capitalized every single time. Like, Simple jumped up on the site there in a 2v1 when his teammate was not even close enough, anywhere remotely close enough to trade. So that was just a huge misplay. But again, you know, you can make those plays and still win. And Markov capitalized on each 1v1 and dominated. That was sick. And that a crucial time, like FlipSid lose that round and they're 1-off match point. So
the shot over forklift was the most impressive to me. That one was nice, and couldn't see quite where Oscar was aiming with that op, but it might have been on the other side of quad, which is why I can't react or flick over in time. And here we go. FlipSid just trying to survive another eco round. This one just with some upgraded pistols. 5.7 P250s left up right now. That's 4-on-3 mid control here for FlipSid. And Bondic just missing Kucher, who I don't think peeked quite wide enough to give himself away. Nearly finds that first kill. Bondic left at 6 HP, and no one else. Oscar nor Simple, close enough. Oh, they all have 1s in their name. I just noticed that. Simple Oscar and Angel.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. I'm not sure why Angel has one in his name, but
He's had one in his name a bunch of times.
yeah, I know, but it's just like, that's not how Angel spelled.
I don't know if it's pronounced just Angel, though.
Yeah, we probably are completely wrong on that fact, right? Wouldn't be
I think
surprised.
maybe it's like Angel.
So,
Again, like
within
phonetically,
one.
they might just say Angel differently, even if
Yeah.
they're trying to say it the exact same way. Just from oh,
Peace. Welcome to Pro League, Davcost.
welcome to invite, kid.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I can't say it. No one knows what invite means anymore. It's all Pro League, pretty
No,
much.
I'm
these
done.
days.
I don't like.
I don't like it
that.
either.
Pro League, I hate that.
I hate it. I want invite back. Another rifle round coming out for HellRaisers. I mean, they surely should have had the last one. The one where Markelov gets that 4K, wins the 1v2, maybe even 1v3 at a certain point. That shouldn't have happened. That should have been HellRaisers getting to 14, but instead it's FlipSid now within 1. They can tie it up here, and I don't know, man. They got a lot of momentum. You'd think they could close it, but how often do we see a team like get to the comeback and then HellRaisers will just be like, you know what, let's finish it, and they'll just get 3 in a row.
Well, I think why that happens is because you win so many rounds and you have to keep reinventing your game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're winning them straight. So it's actually difficult, even though you've won so many, to keep doing it. I mean, a good team that is going to be able to adjust. They have all the info they need. You know, every single time they eco, they get to talk about what they're going to do differently next round. Eventually, it's not a surprise that something works, but then Markelov gets the 1v4, you know?
Exactly. All right, Oscar. Oh, man, missing that peak. And, again, very happy to realize that Oscar is human. This is the only time, the second game I've seen him not drop a 30 bomb on somebody. But it's coming at a very bad time for HellRaisers because they had to be feeling good after their T-side. Seen a lot of T-side rounds today in our matchups. Here's Stiko. Will peek out, brings down Markelov, but World Edit's there for the trade. World Edit even taking a few more shots through the little garage there in the back of Checker, trying to land a shot onto Oscar. So Oscar and Kucher saving in their respective parts of the map. So we'll take it into round 27 with yet another FlipSid round win.
Oh, this is an enormous actual save from HellRaisers because it's denoting one of their last opportunities to be able to buy and win a round. And we're coming up on match point for both teams, actually. You know, still a round away for FlipSid. Or no, yeah, we're tied up. So this will be the first time I think we're tied up. FlipSid dominant T half after a really rocky start. And HellRaisers a lot to prove. But because they saved those 2 guns, I mean, that could really, really make a difference here. If I would FlipSid, I would have chased that like before I knew they were done going for it. I would have chased them.
You would have chased that like a dog chases his tail? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yeah, like a fat kid chases cake.
Little does he know the cake is a lie and they're just trying to get him to run. Poor kid. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Blade trying to get up into those vents. We'll throw some fire just to make sure that the coast is clear. Bonix pushed up to the white box here. Might wait for... actually, might just wait there and be the lurk. Maybe hope that someone will peek C and he can win a 1v1. Or he will go for the highway, but look, it's simple. Up on top. Blade, though, gets the trade. Or no, actually, was that simple that got the kill from Z, right? Yeah, it must have been if Blade found the trade there. Or Blade was just pushed out further.
No, there's only 2 people dead.
Okay, yeah, so Blade did get that kill, and he had just fallen back to the vents by the time we got with him again. 4 on 4. And look at this.
Oh.
I mean, Markelov is
sound?
leading the charge.
No sound.
And no sound? Exactly. What is... Maybe some calls blocking that, or maybe he's just so badass he forgot to put the headphones in his name to indicate that he didn't have sound.
Headphones literally on backwards.
Yeah, or that. He was looking the other way.
Speed.
Beautiful shot from Oscar over the white truck. Now it's all going to be on to Davkos, and it looks like finally HellRaisers have found themselves around. It's been a big dry spell for them. Man, on top of quad. Oh my god.
Don't get on the bomb.
My
if you don't
heart
have the
started
kit.
beating faster than that bomb for a brief moment there.
Yeah, there's like kits down to you, but yeah. That's happened too many times. Icarus is still appealing to me.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I had it for a bit, and then I got over it, but now I see it again, and I'm like, it's kind of like that hot ex-girlfriend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, Dav is not helping his KD out right now.
Nope.
Nope.
Narp.
HellRaisers win a crucial round. You know, the thing is that FlipSid have a great opportunity, though. Just bring it to match point right here. HellRaisers spent all their money, so this could be it. It'll be a force-up, obviously, next round, guaranteed from HellRaisers. Actually, it might not be. I mean, if they really want to go to OT, but I actually don't know what they would decide to do, but I assume they would force up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's online match, but quite a bit at stake.
Important, yeah.
And FlipSide's 4-2-1 right now. That means 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie. HellRaisers is 2 wins, 1 loss, 4 ties. So same amount of games played, but FlipSide actually has quite a bit more points. So HellRaisers.
And you see how that op came into play that last round because they saved it.
Oh, just 1 more point actually. Wait, sorry. FlipSide's 5-2-1. Okay, so FlipSide with 11 points with 1 more game played. Or maybe just, I don't even know, whatever. I'm over it. Here we go, into the A. This is the A execute from FlipSide. We've seen him use it a few times with these smokes. Player actually pushed the smoke on Catwalk, and that's Simple. That comes up big there on the A defense. Catches Blade off guard, but it looks like it was all a ruse anyways. FlipSide did use that once in the earlier stages of this second half, and now they will try to fake it. But Angel, not an easy shot to hit. Posts up through a crack. Tries to go for the repeat, though, and maybe should have waited for his team as Kucha, I guess, from upstairs, hits that shot on the Markelov. Stiko is trying to spam through, and Stiko actually will push, get into that headshot ledge, but Bondik is right in there behind him, is trying to plant the bomb. Simple closing the gap, and it's a fake plant. Bondik hits the first shot. Might have run out of ammo there as Oscar finishes him off with the P250 on the other side.
Match point now, HellRaisers, and they earned it. Yo, Simple pushed through that smoke, and some might call that stupid. That was a really huge opportunity. Got so much info so quickly. Like, the fake that was being sold was so intricate that, like, with the smokes coming out, you really just have no idea what's happening. And the rotates would have stayed so much longer if Simple didn't push that smoke for that info. Blade is so angry because it's probably exactly what he hates about Simple. and
Who pushes that?
And yet it was a perfectly reasonable play that made so much sense.
Kucher missed the box and just hit the ground for 13 damage there as they tried the run boost to get into Shroud spot. I should say your spot. Because your Shroud.
That's right.
Never forget it. But yeah, HellRaisers, it was rough. Maybe the floodgates have finally opened. 2 rounds in a row. Will they find the third to close it? Still 5-on-5, and FlipSide, you know, as we've always noted, that slow tactical team definitely taking their time on this one. And it looks
they
like
got money too.
Are they going to commit to it this time? The bomb is
seems
rotating
like they
over.
are.
Yeah.
I don't know. They fake a lot, but
Blade's like, watch Catwalk. Somebody watch Catwalk. Catwalk smoke actually makes the most sense to push because, you know, as a terrorist, you kind of expect that smoke to push the player just, you know, down the ladder and off of Catwalk altogether. But if you just stand in it and then push after you hear the footsteps cross, like, such a good position to be in. And here's Simple, yeah, kind of using another one. And the same thing goes here. Like, wait for them to run past, push that smoke at forklift. We'll see what happens. Still 5-on-5, 20 seconds remaining. I don't think FlipSide have left themselves enough time. Like, they're finding the kill onto Angel, but now Simple chimes in. Kucher turns around. Beautiful shot onto a jumping Bondik, and World Edit will miss his right into the driver's seat of that forklift. And it's boiled down to a 2-on-2. Oscar very low, but with an op, he hits his shot. Dav Cost is pinched. Doesn't spot the man, and the GG's already coming out because you've run out of time. And the next map will be Combo. HellRaisers take it 16-13, but FlipSide was giving them a run for their money. They made it competitive.
They made it very competitive. Even those last few rounds, all those 3 rounds are very close. 1v1s. That situation is super close. Like, World Edit hits, or not World Edit, Oscar hits a shot with like 2 HP, and that stops the bomb from going down. That's huge. That could have gone either way. Very, 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 very close rounds.
All right, guys.
Very good fight from FlipSide, though.
Yeah, indeed it was. It was quite a comeback on that T side. But we've got Cobble coming up next, and this was the pick of FlipSide, a map that they have played a lot in very high-pressure situations and quite a bit at the last major. Although HellRaisers aren't going to be any slouches on it either. We'll see what happens as both these teams... Well, actually, HellRaisers really needs the 2-0. FlipSid would be pretty content to maybe just get out with one map. We'll see what happens on the second map here, CEVO MLG Pro League. We got the LAN coming up in November 6th to 8th in Columbus, Ohio. So check out MLG.tv to find out where you can get the tickets. There are still some available. And, of course, all this Pro League action brought to you by CSGO Lounge, MSI, and, of course, Alpha Draft Play Fantasy Esports for cash. And we'll be back in a quick break.